आता आल्यावर बघू पण. आता कसं.
Okay, good morning friends. Today we are going to take the last chapter of our syllabus, that is nothing but advanced vibration or theory of vibration. Okay, before that yesterday I have given ISC question paper to you. In that ISC question paper I have checked your marks. No one has received a 30 out of 30. I was not knowing what is the reason behind that, because whatever the questions which I have kept similar type of any questions I have solved in classroom. Even just values are different, and in case of 12 marks, if you see, these 12 marks are MCQ type. If you type in Google also you will get the answer, and still many students have not crossed more than 25 marks out of 30. So you should require to cross check yourself कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, आपको देखना चाहिए. Similar type of क्वेश्चन, किसी को इसमें डाउट है क्या? क्या कुछ प्रॉब्लम इश्यू है क्या? क्वेश्चन पेपर में किसी को इश्यू था क्या? प्रणव, प्रणव वाघमारे, काय प्रॉब्लेम क्वेश्चन पेपर मध्ये?
नव्हतं सर, सॉल्व्ह केलते.
कसं काय मार्क कसे काय कमी पडले? 25च मार्क आहेत. एकाला फक्त 28 आहेत, नंतर बऱ्यापैकी सगळ्यासनी 25च मार्क आहेत. एक दोघांनी फक्त 28 मार्क आहेत. ते त्यांचे 2 कुठे गेलेत मी चेक करतो. सगळ्यात कमी मार्क पडणारा कोण आहे तुझा? कैवल्य, कैवल्य आहेत का? रोल नंबर 19. Roll number 18. 18. Okay, no problem. We'll continue. You know that these marks are going to count in your final marks. हा, तुम्हाला हे माहित आहे की ही जे ISC चे मार्क असतात ना ते फायनल मार्कला कन्सिडर केले जातात. तरी पण तुम्ही कॅज्युअली कसं काय पेपर सोडवलाय मला कळालेलं नाही. सेकंड ISC ची बी तशीच कंडिशन होते. सेकंड ISC ला बी तुम्हाला कमी मार्क होते. आणि मी जसे क्वेश्चन विचारलेले आता आहेत तशा टाईपचे निम्मे तरी क्वेश्चन असणार आहेत. म्हणजे न्यूमरिकल क्वेश्चन निम्मे तरी मी जसे विचारतो तसे असणार आहेत. सगळेच काय थेरॉटिकल क्वेश्चन्स असतील असं नाही. त्यामुळे न्यूमरिकलचा थोड्या प्रमाणात का होईना पण अभ्यास करा. असं करू नका की जेणेकरून तुम्ही पूर्णपणे डिपेंडन्स गुगलवर असाल किंवा कुठल्या मित्रावर असाल. त्याच्याही पुढे जाऊन तुम्हाला मी ह्याच्या अगोदर एकदा असं सांगितलेले होते की ह्या सिलेबसवर 8 मार्क गेट एक्झामला विचारले जातात. ह्या सिलेबसवर एफईतले पहिल्या सेमिस्टरचे 2च विषय आहेत जे गेटला विचारतात. पहिला आहे तो EM आणि दुसरा आहे तो मॅथ्स. मॅथ्स मध्ये M1, M2, M3, M4 असे 4 पार्ट असल्यामुळे त्या 4 पार्ट मध्ये सगळे मिळून एक 15 मार्काचे क्वेश्चन्स असतात. आणि फक्त EM चं जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर कमीत कमी 5 ते 8 मार्काचे क्वेश्चन्स हे गेट एक्झामला असतात. तुम्ही आता जर BE झाला योगायोगाने जॉब लागला तर चांगलीच गोष्ट आहे, पण जॉब नाही लागला पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएशन जर करायचं म्हटलं तर इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट टू यू. गणेश नागेश, it is quite difficult to you to take admission in IIT, NIT or some government engineering college just like in a COEP, WC Sangli. For that you minimum requirement is that you should require to eligible in GATE examination. Eligible means GATE मध्ये कमीत कमी पास तर होणं गरजेचं आहे. एक एलिजिबिलिटी प्रत्येक वेळेस ती चेंज होत असते. त्यामुळं पासिंग जे आहे की नाही ते पासिंग तर कमीत कमी झाला तर तुम्हाला अप्लाय करता येते. ऍडमिशन मिळेल न मिळेल हा त्याचा पुढचा पार्ट झाला. त्यामुळं तुम्ही फक्त आता एक्झामच्या दृष्टीनं न विचार करता जे विषय गेट सारख्या ठिकाणी विचारले जातात, गेट एक्झाम मध्ये विचारले जातात, त्याचा तुम्हाला आतापासून अभ्यास करणं गरजेचं आहे. तरच आपलं इंजिनिअरिंग फ्रुटफुल होईल. आणि त्याच्या पुढेही जाऊन असं एक मला आतून असं आजकाल वाटायला लागलेलं आहे. इट्स माय ओपिनियन, इट्स नॉट स्टिल आय हॅव नॉट लिसन फ्रॉम एनीवन, बट इट मे पॉसिबल दॅट की ह्या कोविडच्या सिच्युएशन मध्ये जे लोक इंजिनियर होणारे आहेत त्या इंजिनियरची BE झाल्यानंतर एक टेस्ट असणार असेल किंवा टेस्ट असेल. ती टेस्ट जर तुम्ही क्लिअर केली, if you have cleared that test, then and then you are going to get a certificate of an engineer. It may possible that by seeing degradation of engineering student and non-presency of engineering student, it may possible that they will ask to give one exam after BE. And at that time, if you failed to get a good marks in that exam, then definitely whatever 4 years you have invested, that will be wasted. जी 4 वर्ष तुम्ही आता घातलेली आहेत ना इथं, ते 4 वर्ष वायपड जातील जर तुम्ही कॅज्युअली घेतलं तर. अँड यू आर हॅव्हिंग ॲम्पल टाइम. बघा तुम्हाला जेवढा टाइम आहे 24 तासाचा तेवढाच टाइम आम्हाला बी आहे. तुम्हाला शिकून आम्हाला आता तुम्ही म्हणताल आम्हाला 6 विषय आहेत, 5 विषय 6 विषय काय आहेत, पण तुम्ही तुमच्यापेक्षा तुम्हाला एक तरी विषय फक्त तुम्हाला समजून घ्यायचा आहे, बसायचा आहे. आम्हाला तो डिलिव्हर करावा लागतोय, शिकवावा लागतोय. अजून दुसऱ्या असं एका मला एमईच्या विषयी शिकवावा लागतोय आणि अजून दुसरी भरपूर कामं राहतात कॉलेजची, ते बी आम्ही करतोय. आणि तुम्ही फक्त शिकण्याचं काम करायचं आहे, करताय तुम्ही. आम्हाला फक्त शिकवण्याचं काम नाही, आम्हाला शिकवणे सोडून दुसरी इतर बी भरपूर कामं असतात. तरी आम्ही इफेक्टिव्हली करतो. तुम्हाला बी 24 तास मिळतात, आम्हालाही 24 तास मिळतात. त्यामुळे तुम्ही जरा थोडं केअर करा, स्वतःची केअर करा आणि घर न सोडता. आय एम नॉट सेइंग दॅट की यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू गो एनीवेअर. यू शुड बी ॲट होम, बट बी सिरियस in your passion. What you want to do, that aim should be in front of you. Then and then it is possible to get the success in your life. असं कधीच होऊ शकत नाही की तुमच्याकडे एम नाहीत आणि तुम्ही जीवन जगताय. तुम्हाला काही ना काही प्रमाणात एम ठेवलं तरच जगण्याची उमेद राहते. त्यामुळं माझं एक असं मत आहे की यू डिसाइड युअर एम नाव इट सेल्फ. यू आर हॅव्हिंग ॲम्पल टाइम. आताच ठरवा की तुम्हाला जॉब करायचा आहे, काही एमटेक करायचा आहे, काही MBA करायचं आहे, की आउट ऑफ कंट्री जाऊन MBA करायचं आहे, MS करायचं आहे. So you are required to decide it now. You are required to call to someone. Those are having good experience in these fields. Okay. Now today, let it be. If this type of discussion more than 2 hours is required to tell the stories, but I don't want to waste this time on that, because whatever the marks I have seen on that basis, I am explaining these things to you. Okay, today I am going to start the last chapter of our syllabus, that is nothing but vibration. Now, what is mean by vibration? So I will present my screen. Now, what is mean by vibration? We have required to understand first. What is vibration? The screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, vibration is just a simplest definition if I want to put. The vibration is nothing but excitation to its mean position. एक मीन पोझिशन आहे ना, त्या मीन पोझिशन पासून जे एक्साइटेशन होत असतं, या मे बी या खालच्या दिशेने असेल की किंवा वरच्या दिशेने असेल, दिस टाइप ऑफ एन इमोशन इज कॉल्ड एन व्हायब्रेशन. ज्या गोष्टीकडे तुम्ही बघता, ज्या गोष्टीला मास आहे, त्या गोष्टीला व्हायब्रेशन हे असणारच. यू टेक अ सिंपल एक्झाम्पल. तुमचा हात जर तुम्ही एक स्टेडी असा ठेवला तरी तुम्हाला हात व्हायब्रेट होताना दिसतो. खूप मायनर हे न दिसतो, बट इट इज गोइंग टू व्हायब्रेट. हार्ट बीट, आय कॅन से दीज आर ऑल्सो व्हायब्रेशन. राईट. सो कुठलीही गोष्ट जी मीन पोझिशन वर ऑस्किलेट होते किंवा मोशन होते, मीन पोझिशनच्या अवतीभोवती ज्याला मोशन होते, फॉर देम वी कॅन कॉल एज एन व्हायब्रेशन. ना वी कॅन सिम्पलेस्ट एक्झाम्पल, गिटार असते. गिटारला ज्यावेळेस त्यातून ज्यावेळेस बाहेर येते, tunes are due to vibration only. These tunes are due to a vibration. Different types of tunes are coming due to a different types of vibration. So if you see that they are having some techniques, they are, त्यांच्याकडे असे काही काही टेक्निक असतात की ते त्यांना क्लोज म्हणजे आवडलं, ते तारला जास्त आवडलं किंवा लूज जर ठेवलं तर ते व्हायब्रेशन म्हणजे आवाज येणारा जो आहे तो वेगळ्या पद्धतीने येतो. Right. So here I have shown in a graph, or before that just I will give one incidence which has happened due to a vibration. So that incidences I will show it to you first. Then we will have some discussion. Some videos are there, so we will see that videos first. If you'll see that what is exactly happening due to the vibration, through this example we can easily get idea. So this is a YouTube video. is a bridge. This bridge is vibrating. You can see the seriousness of the vibration. It is about to collapse.
सर स्क्रीन दिसते फक्त.
आवाज येत नाही का?
हॅलो
आवाज येत नाही का?
स्क्रीन दिसत
तर
आवाज
मगाची
येतोय
screen
आणि स्क्रीन
दिसते.
दिसते फक्त.
आवाजला काय करायचं त्याला? आता येते का आवाज?
आवाज येते का नाही?
आवाज येतोय
आवाज
सर,
येतोय
फक्त
सर,
स्क्रीन
व्हिडिओ
दिसत
दिसत
नाही.
नाही. स्क्रीन चीच दिसते मागची.
स्क्रीन शेअर ओके
व्हिडिओ दिसत नाही सर.
ओके 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 1 मिनिट. शेअर स्क्रीन तर चालू आहे. आता दिसतंय व्हिडिओ?
हा
हा,
येस सर.
व्हिडिओ दिसतोय? हा
हो सर. हो दिसतोय व्हिडिओ.
येस.
स्टार्ट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट. It is a bridge. You can see it. हा ब्रिज असून त्याचं जे व्हायब्रेशन आहे ते सिव्हिअर टाइप ऑफ व्हायब्रेशन आहे. Okay, so in this way, a total collapse of a bridge has happened due to a vibration. So why I have shown this film to you? This has been designed by some engineer. This has been designed by some engineer, and the engineer is responsible for this catastrophic loss. This loss will never counted in money. Suppose that someone is on the bridge, and if it has happened, then definitely it may cause a severe accident. It may happen, but someone was not there. Due to that, it is means that that disaster is counted in terms of money. Now, another one video I will show it to you. The helicopter resonance. It is called as a helicopter resonance.
This footage, which began circulating online Wednesday, February 22nd, 2012,
Is it visible?
is said to show the same day occurred. The helicopter appears to be a medevac Eurocopter, A-Star AS-350BA, a helicopter that is engaged in full flail mode while on the ground until it self-destructs. Earlier reports stated that there were 4 aboard for this ride, 2 pilots in the forward section, which nearly breaks free of the aircraft, plus 1 doctor and 1 flight nurse in the rear. Reports state that the aircraft initially suffered excessive vibration while still in the air, and that vibration developed into destructive ground resonance after the aircraft touched down. Ground resonance is a phenomenon that takes place on the ground. It is the result of an out-of-balance condition that can develop in the rotor system of even healthy helicopters. On the ground, the condition couples an asymmetric lift condition in the rotor with reactive forces from the aircraft's landing gear. The forces feed off each other until the aircraft literally shakes itself apart. It is generally countered by early recognition from the pilot and action to take the aircraft back into hover, where the condition resolves itself. Not this time.
In this way, vibrations are quite catastrophic. So engineers should require to take care of this. Then and then it is possible that means whatever designing is we are doing as a mechanical engineer, as a civil engineer, we should require to know how to avoid the vibrations. So another one example I will show it to you. Just before starting the vibration, this phenomena might help you. This is a one experiment made on single degree of freedom system. It is a one type of a building type of an experiment. So they are vibrating. You can check it from below. There is a slider mechanism is provided, and this slider mechanism is moving this structure. On that structure, there is a 3 block has kept. Now we'll see that as the vibration increases, खालच्या साइडने जे फोर्स अप्लाय केलेला आहे ना, तो फोर्स जस जसं त्याचे सायकल्स वाढत जातील तस तसं त्याची मूवमेंट कडे तुम्ही जरा लक्ष द्या. Now we are applying the force at the base, but the vibration at the top, you can check it, it is a severe. We are applying the force at the base, but the vibration at the top of mass or at the highest level of a mass, you can check it, the severe type of a vibration is occurring. And you can check it, this is a vibration.
All right, guys, today we're talking about an interesting topic. It's
Vibration on its mean,
for those of you who haven't heard about it, it's something that's scary that can happen to a multi-bladed helicopter, 3 or more blades. Last video I was talking about, or a couple of videos ago, I was talking about 2 versus 3 blades. Well, one of the things that people brought up was, yes, these multi-blade helicopters can get ground resonance. Let's talk a little bit about what that is, how you get into it, how you can avoid it, okay? So what is ground resonance to start with? You guys are familiar with the resonant frequency, okay? You have, all different types of resonant frequencies. Essentially what happens is when the helicopter lands and the skids contact the ground, there's a shock vibration that can go from the skid contacting the ground up to the rotor head, and then that vibration will hit the rotor head, come back down, go to the skid again, and every time it goes between the skid and the rotor head, skid, rotor head, it's going to actually exaggerate. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until the helicopter will actually start vibrating so much that it will fall apart. Like there'll be such a strong vibration, the helicopter actually rips itself apart. Watch this, you guys. There's a couple examples right here. The first one that you guys are seeing is a Schweitzer, and it lands, and within the video is sped up. Within a few seconds, you see the whole helicopter coming apart. The next one is an A-Star, same thing. It landed, starts vibrating back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and eventually the thing starts ripping itself apart. And you see how the whole front end of the cabin, everything comes off. It's absolutely crazy. The last one was an interesting one. It was a Chinook helicopter, multi-bladed rotor system, and this thing was at the end of its life. They wanted to test this, so they strapped it down, and you'll start to see how the helicopter starts vibrating more and more and more until eventually the whole thing actually rips apart, and the mast rips off, and the blades go ripping apart and stuff. It's very scary, very crazy. Okay? Let's talk about a few things that different helicopters have. They all have slightly different designs. We used to fly the Schweitzer all the time. The Schweitzer had oleos, which were kind of like shots down here in this part of the skid here. And so that would help absorb that shot when we landed. And then another feature that the helicopter has is a lead leg damper, okay? So multi-blade helicopters typically have some form of a lead leg damper like this. And so the factors that can cause you to have ground resonance would be, let's say in a Schweitzer that has oleos, if the oleos are soft, so if they're older and they're wearing out, you don't have as much of a dampening effect, and so that shock can transfer easier from that skid up to the top of the rotor head. The other factor on the other end is the
last video we will see, and after that we will start our discussion. Breeze center, already we have seen this. Already we have seen. Is the helicopter fluttering? You can see the fluttering of the helicopter. This fluttering is quite a serious. Okay, now through this we can say that the vibration is quite serious. 1 minute. Okay. Is it visible now? Screen is visible? Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the vibration or oscillation of a system about an equilibrium position. Yes, in previously I have said it's on a mean position or equilibrium position. The meaning is the same. Okay. Now another thing which we should require to remember that the vibration, each and every vibration is not a catastrophic for us. Some vibration are good. One of the example is heartbeat. If heartbeat stop, then definitely if the heartbeat vibration stop, we can't live. Then again guitar you can take. So whatever the noise, musical sounds coming, they are coming through a vibration. But whatever the engineering design equipments we made, for example vehicle, you can take example aeroplane. So in that vehicle or aeroplane, we should not require to, means we designed in a such a way that it should not produce any excessive vibration. आपल्याला हमको डिजाइन जब भी करना पड़ता है ना, तो वो जब डिजाइन करते वक्त बहुत केयर से डिजाइन करना पड़ता है कि उसमें वाइब्रेशंस कम होनी चाहिए. Now you can take a simple example, BMW की व्हीकल ले लो, उसकी कॉस्टिंग 1 करोड़ के आसपास आता है. वही यू कैन टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ एनी एसयूवी, कौन सी भी एसयूवी आप लेने के लिए जाओगे तो 10 या 15 लाख के बीच में आएगी. सो व्हाई दिस मच डिफरेंस बिटवीन BMW एंड आवर कार? सो फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इज डेफिनेटली फॉर द, जब भी हम उसको कंपैरिजन में जाएंगे तो कंपैरिजन में पहला होता है कि सेफ्टी रहता है. तो सेफ्टी उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा है, इसमें सेफ्टी कम है. बट सेकंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट इन BMW वाइब्रेशन आर वेरी लेस एज कम्पेयर टू आवर व्हीकल. आप 10 या 15 लाख की कोई भी व्हीकल ले लीजिए और BMW की कोई भी लो प्राइस की व्हीकल ले लीजिए, तो उसमें दोनों में से एक ही डिफरेंस ज़्यादा करके हमको आता है कि जो BMW के कार है उसमें वाइब्रेशंस बहुत कम आता है. बिकॉज इंजन इज प्रोड्यूसिंग, यू कैन टेक एग्जांपल, कोई भी ट्रैक्टर ले लीजिए या बड़ा ट्रक ले लीजिए, उसमें वाइब्रेशन ज़्यादा होते हैं क्योंकि इंजन की कैपेसिटी ज़्यादा है, उधर रोटरी मोशंस है ना. हमने अभी एक एग्जांपल में देखा, एक ही सिस्टम पे अलग अलग एक्साइटेशन से अलग अलग टाइप के वाइब्रेशंस क्रिएट होते हैं और अलग अलग मूवमेंट होते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव सीन 3 स्ट्रक्चर. अभी हमने वीडियो में देखा कि 3 पार्ट एक ही प्लेट पे खड़े, एक ही प्लेट पे रखे हैं और उसको वाइब्रेट किया है. तो इनिशियली द हाईएस्ट इज वाइब्रेटिंग, वो बहुत वाइब्रेट होता है. बाद में सेकंड आफ्टर इफ आई एक्साइटेशन इंक्रीजेस, तो सेकंड वाला जो है ना उसका वाइब्रेशंस बढ़ गया. सो वो रिजोनेंस के पास चला गया, उसको एक नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी को क्रॉस करके वो चला गया. बाद में थर्ड के बाद, मींस व्हाट आई वांटेड टू से दैट कि ऑन सेम सिस्टम, एक ही सिस्टम पे हर एक मास की अलग अलग रिजोनेंस और वाइब्रेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी रहती है, उनका एम्पलीट्यूड अलग अलग रहता है हर एक पार्ट का. सो when we are designing, we should require to take care of this. Now vibration, already I have mentioned, I have given some examples of any vibration. It is also everyday phenomenon we meet on everyday life. हम किधर भी जाए तो ये वाइब्रेशन पैरामीटर हमको दिखने ही है, ऐसा नहीं है कि वाइब्रेशन हमको दिखते नहीं है. It is visible to us. Then next, vibration, harmful effect of any vibration, it is producing noise. Now you can, I will tell one example. जो टर्बाइंस रहते हैं, एक्चुअली इन बेसिक मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग आपने उस पढ़ा है, जो पेल्टन टर्बाइन, फ्रांसिस एंड कपलान टर्बाइन रहता है, एक क्लोज्ड एनवायरनमेंट में रहते हैं. पेल्टन टर्बाइन भी देख लीजिए, उसका एनवायरनमेंट वो केसिंग में अंडर केसिंग रहता है. फ्रांसिस टर्बाइन भी केसिंग अंडर केसिंग रहता है, कपलान टर्बाइन अंडर केसिंग रहता है. सपोज दैट वन ऑफ द ब्लेड, और बिफोर दैट दीज आर दिस क्वाइट रिजिड. दिस वाटर पेल्टन टर्बाइन जो है ना, जो पेल्टन टर्बाइन वाटर से एनर्जी हार्वेस्ट करते हैं, वो थोड़ा बहुत रिजिड रहते हैं. लेकिन इफ यू विल गो टुवर्ड्स द गैस टर्बाइन, जो हमारे शुगर फैक्ट्री में जो गैस टर्बाइन रहते हैं, वो क्या करते हैं कि स्टीम का कन्वर्जन इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी में करते हैं. हाई स्पीड स्टीम का कन्वर्जन इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी में करते हैं. उस टर्बाइन में ब्लेड का थोड़ा भी वाइब्रेशन हो गया, if a small amount of any vibration, if it is occurred, there is a total collapsing of any turbine is occurring, whose cost is near about 2 crore. टर्बाइन में, गैस टर्बाइन का कोई भी पार्ट में थोड़ा भी वाइब्रेशन हो गया तो वो क्या करता है, जितना भी टर्बाइन की इनर ब्लेड है उसको कंप्लीटली ब्रेक कर देता है. उस टर्बाइन की कॉस्ट आप अभी देख लीजिए, कोई भी शुगर फैक्ट्री का मैं स्मॉल टर्बाइन ले रहा हूँ, उसकी कॉस्ट मोर देन 2 करोड़ रहती है. So if a small vibration occurs in the turbine, if it is going to hamper 2 crore, then definitely an engineer should require to take care of that. And for that purpose, the vibration chapter is included in your syllabus. There is a vast syllabus is there. On vibration, we can make a PhD. That much depth of any vibration is there. So it is a overview of any vibration, just I am telling. Now, due to the vibration, if the excitation frequency matched with the object frequency, then there is a resonance is going to occur, and that is due to that resonance, noise is going to produce. Okay, and due to vibration, these are the harmful effect which we have kept here. Wear is going to happen, destruction is going to happen, noise is going to happen, and fatigue is also going to happen. Fatigue is nothing but there is a continuous amount of stress is going to occur on the part, and after that it is going to break. Now vibrations are also useful for some testing purpose. Now for compressor, if you see now on a road पे आप देख लीजिए कभी कभी वो कंप्रेसर डिवाइस रहते हैं रोड के बाजू में रहते हैं. सो कंप्रेसर मींस वो रोड को निकालने के लिए वो कंप्रेसर, देयर आर बिग डिवाइसेस आर देयर एक्चुअली, but just I am giving a small example, small compressors, or you can take a boring machine. So there is also a rotary motion and small amount of vibrations are there. Now some vibrations are useful. I am not saying that all vibrations are not harmful. They are not means they are harmful. All vibrations are harmful. Some vibrations are not harmful, and they are required for us. Okay, so now vibration in our lives, our heartbeat, our lung oscillates. We hear because our eardrum vibrates. Vibration makes us snore. Light waves permit us to see. Sound waves allows us to hear. So sound waves is there. So due to that we can easily hear. We move because of oscillation of legs. We cannot utter a vibration without the oscillation of larynx, means there is a vocal cords which is inside our mouth. So what I want to say that everywhere, the overall I can say that everywhere there is a vibration is there. So these are the related to the machine. So we limit our discussion to a mechanical vibration. So mechanical vibration में आप देख लीजिए इधर एक machine है. That machine we can't initially means हम ऐसा इसको डिजाइन करते वक्त वाइब्रेशन उसका मेजर करना, वाइब्रेशन एनालिसिस उसका करना है, तो मैं क्या ऐसा मशीन कंस्ट्रक्ट करके उस पे वाइब्रेशन कितना है मेजर नहीं करूंगा. हर एक पार्ट का मास कितना है. So that way I am going to design one system. So M1 you can see here. M1 is the mass of an upper body. Below that there is a compressor, there is a spring is attached, damper is attached. Damper is a device who is not allowing more vibration, means वो डैम्प करता है वाइब्रेशन. डैम्पिंग मतलब उसको कम करता है, कम करने का कोशिश कौन करता है? सो डैम्पर. सो okay, sorry, due to internet issues it is happened. Okay, again we will share my screen. Now it is oscillation of the system that has a mass and elasticity. So what I want to say that when we are designing any machine as a mechanical engineer, I don't construct a machine first and then I will not check the vibration of that. So initially we are required to understand that how much amount of masses are there, where to keep a spring, where to keep a damper. So in that way a mathematical modeling we are doing of that, and after that analysis we are considering we are thinking how we can decrease the vibration of that machine at initial level. इनिशियल लेवल पे ही ज्यादा करके स्टडी हो जाता है. बाद में फिर भी हमारा मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग गलत होगा तो ही हम क्या करते हैं कि इसका कैटास्ट्रोफिक लॉस हो जाएगा, लेकिन मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग करेक्ट होगा तो इसमें कुछ ज्यादा दिक्कतें नहीं आती हैं. ओके, नाउ वाइब्रेशन. सो ऑलरेडी friends and means important and non-important things which I have mentioned here. On vibration there are different books are also available, and the vibration in mechanical engineering, vibration is a very vast topic. So we have required to study of the vibration in machinery, vibration in a recreation, vibration in defense. In defense means to study of all the aeroplanes, ships, then army equipments. So for that also we are required to do the detailed study. Each and every part's vibrations we are required to do. So vehicle, every vehicle vibration analysis we are required to do. Vibration in healthcare, vibration in structures. So buildings, dam, means we can see a bridges. Sorry, not a dam, it is a bridges. So vibration during disasters. So during earthquake, what is due to vibration? What type of disaster is going to happen? Earthquake. So there is this type of forces are not important for us, but just for our understanding. Afterwards I will say this. Now, what is mean by a periodic motion? This type of a definition already you have seen. A motion that repeat itself after equal interval of time. जो भी कोई मोशन आफ्टर इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम जो होती है उसको पीरियोडिक मोशंस ऐसा बोलते हैं. So time period is nothing but time taken for one complete cycle. Time period is nothing but this definition already you have seen in 12th, so I will not go into the details of this. Simple harmonic motion. So motion of particle with a time that moves around a circle with uniform angular velocity. Trigonometric functions can be used to represent such motion. A simple harmonic motion I will tell in us. The motion who is following a sinusoidal curve is called in a simple harmonic motion. The motion, the definition is quite tricky, but simple harmonic motion is nothing but the motion which is happening under a sinusoidal, or which can be represented by sine theta. Such type of a motion is called a simple harmonic motion. Amplitude, we know that maximum displacement of a vibrating body from its mean position is called as an amplitude. Frequency, number of cycles per unit time is called as a frequency. Free vibration and forced vibration. This is very important because this definition up till now we have seen, but this thing you are not till date you have seen. So what is mean by a free vibration and what is mean by forced vibration? Now you might have understand that what is mean by vibration. Vibration is nothing but excitation to a mean position, excitation to its equilibrium position or a mean position. अभी आप देख लीजिए ये एक्साइटेशन होने के दो रीजंस है कि उसको आपने क्या किया कि वाइब्रेट करके छोड़ दिया, मीन्स उस पे अप्लाई एक कोई पार्ट पे सपोज दैट एक पेड़ है, पेड़ के जो ब्रांचेस है उस पे मीन्स कोई बर्ड बैठा है और वो निकल के चला गया, उधर से निकल चला गया, तो क्या होता था कि जाते वक्त ही इज अप्लाइंग सम फोर्स ऑन दैट ब्रीचेस एंड ही इज मूविंग. नाउ यू एट दैट लोकेशन इफ यू सी दैट ब्रीच दैट ब्रांचेस काय बोलते उसको आपण काय म्हणतो की त्याला मराठीत जर म्हणायचं म्हणलं तर फाटा म्हणतो, एक लाकड म्हणा, त्याच्यावरनं जर तो पक्षी उडून गेला तर तिथं काय होणार आहे की तिथं व्हायब्रेशन होणार आहे. ते जो झाडाचं लाकड आहे ते काय होणार आहे की तसंच थोड्या वेळ 2 सेकंद तरी का किंवा 2 मिनिट काय होईना ते व्हायब्रेट होणार आहे. So what I wanted to say that there is a vibration is going to occur, but there is no force is applied. Initial force applied, but afterwards they have left. We have applied the force at initial and we have left that. So that vibration is called as a free vibration. That vibration is called as a free vibration. Means initial we have required to apply force. Afterwards we are not required to apply force. And forced vibration is nothing but the vibration is occurred by continuous application of any force is called as a forced vibration. Now take example engine. In an engine there is a continuous amount of any force is going to occur. You can take example of a fan. Once you have started the fan, there is a continuous amount of any at the back there is any force is applied. If it is a vibrating, then definitely we can say that there is a continuous amount of force at the back end it is going to occur, so that the vibrations are, these vibrations are called as a forced vibration. You are sitting in vehicle, तुम्हें आप एक कोई भी vehicle 2-wheeler हो ले लो, 4-wheeler vehicle ले लो, उसमें बैठे हैं. So engine is a producing a vibration. That vibration it is a transfer, means due to that somewhat vibration, उसका थोड़ा बहुत vibration रहता है, लेकिन रोड से भी जो vibrations आते हैं वो vibrations vehicle को मिलते हैं, and due to that the vehicle is vibrating, the person who is sitting on that vehicle it is a vibrating. There is a continuous amount of a force is there on the vehicle. So such types of a vibration is called as a forced vibration. So this is the type of a vibration. Free vibration and forced vibration depends on external, means depends on a force. Clear? So this definition might be asked in the exam, or it may ask that tell me or decide which type of a vibration are there, and below they will give some examples. On that basis you are required to decide that this is a free vibration or forced vibration. ऐसा means ऐसा question पूछा जाएगा कि free vibration means what? कि there is a continuous force is there, incontinuous force is there, both of the above, none of the above. So remember that where continuous amount of a force is there for a vibration, such types of a vibration is called a forced vibration, and free vibration is nothing but at initial level if jerk is given to the body and then it is vibrating. Such types of vibration is called as a pre-vibration. So natural frequency, it is one of the biggest phenomena in vibration. What is mean by natural frequency? Every body is having its own natural frequency. Remember that. It is every body is having its own natural frequency. So what is the natural frequency? It is the frequency of a pre-vibration of a system. It is a constant for a system. Already I have mentioned that it is having for each and every body, and it is a constant, and it depends on a mass. In fact, it is an inherent property of the system. It depends on the elastic properties, mass and stiffness of the system. So I can say the natural frequency is nothing but it is the frequency of its own body, which is a depends on mass, then elasticity and stiffness. उस बॉडी के 3 बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर है. कोई भी बॉडी ले लीजिए कि उसमें मास कितना है, उसका वजन कितना है, देन द इलास्टिक नेचर, वो फ्लेक्सिबल है या अनफ्लेक्सिबल, मींस फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी उसमें है क्या नहीं, एंड स्टिफनेस इज नथिंग बट, वो स्टिफनेस मींस वी कैन से elastic properties and stiffness is different. Stiffness is resistance to the bend, we can call it as a stiffness. Resistance to the deflection is called as a stiffness. And elastic nature is nothing but it is the amount of flexibility which is included in that. Flexibility in the sense we can say ki is it going to come its original position or not? After application of a force, is it going to come to its original position or not? Actually, in other way, I can say that these are the 3 parameters. If I wanted to put, I can put in 3 different way: mass, damping, and stiffness. उसमें डैम्प करने की कितनी कैपेसिटी है, वाइब्रेशन होने के बाद वो डैम्प कितना करता है. यू कैन टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ एन रबर. रबर को आपने वाइब्रेट किया, एक रबर का बहुत बड़ा पैड है ऐसा सपोज, उस पर आपने फोर्स अप्लाई किया, तो वो रबर उसमें उसका इलास्टिसिटी नेचर ज्यादा होने के कारण वाइब्रेशन ज्यादा नहीं होते हैं. Am I right? So that elasticity property is very important. So natural frequency is the constant. Remember that each and every body, this natural frequencies remain constant. Either it is a free vibration or forced vibration. Free vibration है या forced vibration है, इसको ज्यादा मैटर नहीं करता है. वो उधर मैटर करते हैं तो एक ही बात है, उसका मास कितना है, उसका इलास्टिसिटी नेचर कितना है, स्टिफनेस कितना है, उस पर डिपेंड रहता है. Then resonance. Now this phenomena is very important because if system went to a resonance, it is completely a destructive nature is going to happen. कोई भी सिस्टम resonance के पास चली गई तो डिस्ट्रक्टिव होने का चांसेस बहुत होता है. So what is mean by resonance? When excitation frequency means जो फ्रीक्वेंसी से, जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी से आप उस सिस्टम को वाइब्रेट कर रहे हैं, रिमेंबर अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस, जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी से आप सिस्टम को वाइब्रेट कर रहे हैं उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड सिस्टम की ओन नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी इफ दे आर गोइंग टू कोइंसाइड, उसके भी मींस एक्साइटेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी 5 हर्ट्ज है एंड system की natural frequency, already I have mentioned that every system is having its own natural frequency. If the system its own natural frequency is also 5 hertz and excitation frequency is also 5 hertz, then their resonance is going to occur. And at resonance, the amplitude is highest. Amplitude of a vibration is highest. So resonance is the phenomenon which we are required to avoid. So in one of the video we have seen that there is a lot of vibration has happened on a helicopter blade, and due to that it went to a resonance and it is completely collapsed. जो वाइब्रेशन ब्लेड को जब दिया जाता था वो वाइब्रेशन मींस इंजन थ्रू ब्लेड को दिया जाता था वो वाइब्रेशन एंड ब्लेड का खुद का नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी से मैच हो गया, इसलिए इट इज अनकंट्रोलेबल, उसको कंट्रोल ही नहीं कर पाए. So there is a total collapse has happened due to this. So resonance is the one of the biggest harmful thing in engineering. Every engineer who is designing a system, he should require to think about the resonance and he should require to design a system well below the resonance. Resonance को कितना कुछ भी कोशिश हो जाए तो resonance के पास सिस्टम नहीं जानी चाहिए, ये हमेशा उसने याद रखना चाहिए. So this is the resonance. Vibration of a system. when the frequency of external force is equal to the natural frequency of the system, the amplitude of vibration at resonance becomes excessive. During resonance with minimum input, there will be a maximum output. Hence, both the displacement and the stresses in the vibrating body becomes very high, and the collapsing is going to occur, destruction is going to occur due to the resonance. Damping is the resistance to motion. Damping is nothing but just like example, damper. हमारे vehicle में जो damper रहता है, फ्रंट व्हील का और बैक व्हील का, हम उसको शॉक ऑब्सॉर्बर बोलते हैं, वही उसको ही हम टेक्निकल वे डैम्पिंग बोलते हैं. इट इज द रेजिस्टेंस टू मोशन, इट इज also the sluggishness, hence it is the delay in a response to any action. In a simple word, I will tell that there is a fluid is there in the shock absorber. You can check it. If the oil seal is went, उसका oil seal खराब होने के बाद आप देख लीजिएगा उसमें से ऑयल बाहर आता है. जब उसका ऑयल जो है ना, उसमें शॉक ऑब्जर्वर में जो ऑयल है, फिर वी आर अप्लाइंग द फोर्स, जो भी नीचे से कुछ जर्क मिल जाएगा, तो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन, that force due to means the fluid which is present inside the shock absorber, he is resisting to the motion. जो फोर्स के कारण जो मोशन हो रही है, उस मोशन को रेजिस्ट करने की कोशिश करता है ड्यू टू द फ्लूइड प्रॉपर्टीज. am I right? उस टाइप ऑफ एनी थिंग्स, उसके लिए उसको ही हम टेक्निकल वे डैम्पिंग बोलते हैं. नाउ डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इन इंजीनियरिंग, इन वाइब्रेशनल इंजीनियरिंग. कितना डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम है? सो नंबर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम रिक्वायर्ड टू स्पेसिफाई द मोशन. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट हो, उसका मोशन होता है, वो मोशन स्पेसिफाई करने के लिए कितने कोऑर्डिनेट्स मेरे को यूज करने पड़ेंगे, उसको हम डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम बोलते हैं. Am I right? So if the motion is in one direction due to the vibration of single spring, then it is a single degree of freedom. If the particle is likely to vibrate in a space, it will be a 6 degrees of freedom. Means in all the direction there is means x, y, z, theta, phi and psi. In this 3 direction, linear as well as angular direction, motion is going to occur in this space. Then such type of a vibration, you can take example when a spinner bowler is throwing a ball, then we can say that there is a possibility of 6 freedom of a ball is there. He is moving in one direction. Actually 6 degree of freedom we can't say, because it is a linearly in one direction it is moving. But if it is in a completely in a space, ऐसा completely space है, space में है, तो हम guaranteedly से उधर बोल सकते हैं कि on that object, if the space object is there, then we can say that there is an x, y, z, 3 dimension, theta, phi and psi, 3 angular dimensions. This is 6 dimensions. On this 6 dimension they are going to move. So we can say that the system is exhibit 6 degrees of freedom. Okay, so I can say here in this way, the degree of freedom is very important. Phase difference and wave is that way, it is not important. Okay, so now just I will explain what is the free vibration and forced vibration again here. Okay, so there is see here the diagram which is showing here, below, from below side there is a continuous amount of force is there. This is a mass and this is a force is going to applied continuously. This force may be any type of a force. Then such types of vibration is called a forced vibration. And if the system is vibrated at initially, उसको एक बार ही force apply करके छोड़ दिया हो, तो उसको उस type के vibration को free vibrations ऐसे बोलते हैं. So today we will stop here for this much portion. Remaining things are just similar. कि means actually vibration में ज़्यादा उन्होंने कुछ पूछा ही नहीं है, खाली types of vibration उन्होंने कहा है. What is the vibration? Definition of resonance ऐसे ही खाली लिखा है. So still if you are have means उसके related और कुछ parts होंगे, तो definitely I will take in the next lecture. Okay. So these many things just I have explained. Just I will explain what is mean by this degrees of freedom. Just I will explain to you. Degrees of freedom in vibration. If some some diagram if I will get, then definitely I may going to explain this. See here, this is the one example. See this swinging of a pendulum. This pendulum is swinging in only in theta direction. So degrees of freedom of this pendulum is only 1 degree of freedom. Clear? So actually these are the notes. See here, this is a 2 degree of freedom system. Now this above part is moved by theta 1 and second mass is moved by a theta 2. So these two masses is having, each is having a 1 single degree of freedom, but by combined system, मैंने system को combine कर लिया तो system को 2 degrees of freedom है, ऐसा मैं बोल सकता हूँ. Clear? Multi degree of freedom system, just I am taking. See here, this is this system mass which is attached here. It is moving in x direction also and in y direction also. This system is having 2 degree of freedom system. Now similar type of a system is attached here, but below there is along y direction the movement is not occurring. The M1 is moving in along only x1 direction and M2 is moving in along x2 direction. So M1 is having a single degree of freedom. M2 is also having a single degree of freedom along x2. But if I consider the complete system, then I can say that the system is having a 2 degree of freedom system. Clear? So in this way, a single degree freedom system and 2 degree freedom and multi-degree freedom systems are there. Some videos just I am checking. This is a 2 degree freedom system is we are observing. Okay, let it be. So tomorrow again I will explain in details about this. Okay, so we'll stop here. If anyone is having any question related to this, you can ask me. Okay, any question? So we'll stop here today for today's lecture. Tomorrow again we'll take one lecture and we'll complete the syllabus. Okay, thank you.